Good morning, children. How are you all? Hopefully, you are good in this period. You are safe. As you are at your homes, and we are day by day discussing the new topics to you all so that you can study at your home. Your studies will not break. So, in the sequence of the online classes, next video that I am going to upload, that is for class 9 physics, and the topic is acceleration. You might have heard about the word acceleration. You have heard the word acceleration in your bikes, in your cars, that if you are going to press the accelerator, then your speed will increase. So the acceleration is something about the variation in the speed or variation in the velocity. So if you are going to increase the velocity of a vehicle, you are going to accelerate it. It might be an example of acceleration that you are earlier moving with a speed of 10 km per hour, and after that you have pressed the accelerator and you have attained the velocity of 30 km per hour. That means your speed has been increased. So if you have increased the speed from 10 to 30, it means to say that you have taken some time when you were traveling at a speed of 10 km per hour to 30 km per hour. In between to that, you have changed your speed, changed your velocity, and you have taken some time. So what is the acceleration? Actually, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. What is acceleration? I have written rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Rate of change of velocity or acceleration, it can also be written as acceleration is equals to change in velocity upon time taken. Why I have written over here change in velocity upon time taken? Because earlier I have written the rate of change of velocity. Rate itself, it means that the time taken, you are going to divide the change in velocity by the time taken. So what is the change in velocity? You can write it as final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Now, this is your acceleration. Suppose that if u be the initial velocity, that means the symbol which you have taken for the initial velocity, it is u. So if u is the initial velocity and v be the final velocity, u you have taken for the initial velocity and v you have taken for the final velocity, and t be the time taken to change from initial velocity to final velocity, then acceleration can be defined as also, then acceleration a will be given by write down the formula. A is equals to v minus u upon t. You should be very careful whenever you are going to write down the formula, because there must be some difference whenever you are going to make v and u. There must be some difference. Both are looking like similar. So A is equals to v minus u upon t. What was the acceleration? Again, Acceleration was exactly the rate of change of velocity. This rate of change of velocity can also be written as change in velocity upon time taken. So this change in velocity, change means how you are going to find out the change in something. Suppose that earlier you are having 5 rupees and then somebody has given you 5 rupees and you are now having 10 rupees. So what is the change? You are going to calculate the change from the final amount 10 rupees minus the initial amount 5 rupees. So that will be change in the amount. So here change in velocity can be calculated by final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Actually it is a vector quantity. Why I am saying that it is a vector quantity? Acceleration is a vector quantity because it is dealing with the velocity, and you know that velocity is a vector quantity. So acceleration is a vector quantity. There are 2 points, 2 key terms. You have written that A is equals to V minus U upon T. So obviously A will be positive if V is greater than U, and A will be negative if U is greater than V. So we are taking the case 1 when V is greater than U. When V is greater than U, it means to say that final velocity is greater than initial velocity. Final velocity is greater than initial velocity. Final velocity is greater than initial velocity. It means to say, suppose that you are at the point A, you have started your journey at 10 km per hour, and after 5 hours you have reached to the point B with a speed of 20 km per hour. So the time taken in bit for changing the velocity 10 to 20 is 5 hours. So here your initial velocity U is 10 km per hour, your final velocity V is 20 km per hour. This 20 km per hour is final velocity and this 10 km per hour is initial velocity, and the time taken in between changing 10 to 20 is 5 hours. So your time T is 5 hours. So here you can apply the formula acceleration. It will be A is equals to V minus U upon T, and that can be written as 20 minus 10 upon 5. It will come out 10 upon 5, that is 2 kilometer per hour square. How I have written kilometer per hour square? Now I will show you the unit. You have written that A is equals to V minus U upon T. For the SI unit we are going to check for that. This is change in velocity, and the unit of velocity is, what is meter per second? Meter per second, and divided by time. The unit of time is also second, so it is meter per second square. Meter is for length, meter per second square. If the system is MK system, that means you have taken in SI system, you have written for meter per second square. So similarly, if you have taken the speed in meter per second, it will be meter per second upon second. And if you will take for kilometer per hour, so your changing, so your SI unit will be, sorry, not SI unit, your unit will be, unit of acceleration will be change in velocity, that will be given by kilometer per hour, and again dividing by r, it will come out kilometer per hour square. So that's why I have written the unit over here, kilometer per hour square. Otherwise the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Case second, when U is greater than V, that is initial velocity is greater than final velocity. It might be a case that initial velocity is greater than final velocity. I'm going to give you one example of the same. Suppose that you were riding your bike on a plain road, and you are traveling with a speed of 50 meter per second or 50 kilometer per hour, and after that you take a turn and you enter in a busy road, and then what happens? You will have to apply some brakes and your speed reduces to 30 kilometer per hour or 20 kilometer per hour. I have taken 30 kilometer per hour for an example. So earlier you were riding your bike at 50 kilometer per hour, and now you are traveling at 30 kilometer per hour. In between, the time which you have taken for changing the velocity 50 to 30, it is, suppose that it is 2 hours. Okay, you have taken 2 hours to complete the journey. Then here you can see that your initial velocity u, here your initial velocity u, that was 50 kilometer per hour, and it is your final velocity v. Final velocity means the velocity at the final point, and initial velocity means velocity at initial point. Initial point means starting point of the journey. You have started with 50 km per hour, you have reached at final point with a speed of 30 km per hour. So your final velocity is less than 30, is less than 50. So your final velocity is less than the initial velocity. So here, whenever you are going to find out the acceleration, it will be, the formula will be same as you have written over there, v minus u upon t. So your v will be 30 minus 50 upon 2. It will come out minus 20 upon 2 is equals to minus 10 meter per second, minus 10 kilometer per hour square. Okay, this is the acceleration. Now what is the purpose of putting minus sign over here? This minus sign, whatever you have got your acceleration a is equals to minus 10 kilometer per hour square. So this minus sign, this negative sign, indicates that the velocity is decreasing, or there is a negative acceleration or deceleration. Whenever the initial velocity is greater than the final velocity, then the negative acceleration will be there. If initial velocity is greater than final velocity, that means if brakes are applied in a vehicle, if you have applied some brakes, you have finally reduced this velocity of a vehicle, velocity of a particular object, then there will be deceleration or negative acceleration. So what is the positive acceleration? Positive acceleration or simply acceleration? When final velocity is greater than initial velocity, then in that case positive acceleration will be there. And if you have changed the velocity and your initial velocity is greater than final velocity, then what will happen? Then there will be negative acceleration or deceleration. Negative acceleration or deceleration. Topic is uniform acceleration. Earlier you have studied about uniform motion, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity. So what was the common thing for the uniform word? The uniform word means equal. If you are going to take the two quantities, then equal quantity has to be changed in equal interval of time. So here uniform acceleration. And what was the definition of acceleration? That was change in velocity upon time taken. So if equal amount of velocity changes in equal interval of time, equal amount of velocity changes in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be uniform. If when the velocity of body, you can say that if velocity of body, or you can write the definition, or you can write down the definition for the same. When velocity of body changes by equal amounts in equal intervals, acceleration is said to be uniform. So there is an example for that. For example, motion of free falling ball. If a ball is falling freely, and then it is of uniform acceleration. About non-uniform acceleration, so whatsoever thing you have changed in equal amount, here it will not be changed in equal interval of time. When velocity of body changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time, acceleration is said to be non-uniform. If suppose that the brakes are applied, then it is an example of non-uniform acceleration, because here the velocity is not changing at an equal interval of time. This is an example also. For example, motion of car, because in motion of car you will have to apply brakes at some point, so it is not an example of uniform example. It is an example of non-uniform acceleration. And uniform acceleration means something that means velocity is changing continuously at an equal intervals of time.